ITV host Lorraine Kelly was left eating her words after insulting one of the Good Morning Britain hosts unintentionally. Lorraine Kelly was left red-faced after gasps could be heard in the Good Morning Britain studio when she made an unintentional insult to host Ed Ball's Live On Air. The 65-year-old had joined GMB hosts Susanna Reid, 54, and Ed, 57, in the ITV studio to update on what she had to come on her show. During the chat, talk turned to ways in which we could all sort out our wardrobes. Dilly Carter from Stacey Solomon's Sort Your Life Out was due to join Lorraine on set to offer up tips and hints for keeping closets tidy and using selling sites for unwanted items. Susanna agreed that many people have clothes at home that they never wear and asked if there was a more sustainable way to utilize items that are barely worn. Adding her viewpoint, Lorraine stated, "And looking at your wardrobe, how many clothes do you actually wear?" She went on to add, "You know the way that I've got a fat wardrobe and a thin wardrobe." Susanna could be heard giggling as her co-star continued, "You know how we don't wear our clothes as much as we should, so how to declutter?" Still laughing, Susanna probed, "What's a fat wardrobe and a thin wardrobe?" Attempting to explain, Lorraine told her, "A fat wardrobe is like the kaftan type things." The TV veteran wafted her arms in the air, adding, "You know big things," as Susanna seemingly failed to understand what on earth she was talking about. "Right," responded the GMB newsreader as Lorraine lamented, "You know when you're feeling a bit fat." Realizing the penny hadn't dropped, she turned her attention to Ed. "Ed knows what I'm talking about," as gasps were heard all around the studio. Ed took the comments in good stride and even attempted to cover for Lorraine initially. Realizing she'd overstepped the mark, Lorraine began to squirm, telling Ed, "Oh no, I don't mean that, no," she tried to say, "just because you're a fashion." Lunging in to support the celebrity Gogglebox star, Ed replied with understanding, "I have a fat wardrobe and then I go on a diet and I try and use my thin wardrobe. When it doesn't work I go back to my fat wardrobe." "Thank you." See, he looked me in the eye and I just knew that he knew what I was talking about, which is always a good thing because it doesn't always happen, chirped back Lorraine as Susanna laughed uncontrollably. "I'm bailing you out now, I don't have a fat wardrobe, I just said that to avoid embarrassment," admitted Ed. Looking flustered and red in the cheeks, Lorraine tried to move on, saying, "Boys do though, everybody does," putting an end to giggles. She then added, "Anyway, we'll talk about that with Dilly Carter, who is back to sort your life out." Lorraine finished, "I shall go away and think about what I've said."